Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. Longtime community housing advocate Michelle Kennedy has been named as the city's new Neighborhood Development Department Director. She will assume her new role on Thursday, September 16th. Kennedy surpassed a pool of candidates selected from a national search and extensive interview process conducted by an executive recruitment firm. The candidate evaluation concluded Kennedy's background makes her the ideal candidate to lead the city's housing initiatives. Her experience includes assisting countless individuals with securing housing and providing crisis management during COVID-19 by securing immediate housing for the homeless community. Kennedy advocated for safe and affordable housing with the Greensboro Housing Coalition and oversaw technical training and operations for the North Carolina Weatherization Assistance Program. She was also instrumental in holding landlords legally accountable in South Central Los Angeles. Most recently, Kennedy served as the executive director of the Interactive Resource Center, which is an innovative day center working to end homelessness. She's also credited with being the architect of Guilford County's Winter Emergency Shelter Plan. The Greensboro Police Department's Traffic Safety Unit will conduct Operation School Watch starting on Monday, August 23rd and ending on Friday, September 3rd. GPD will partner with the Guilford County Sheriff's Office to enforce safety within and near school zones as students and faculty return to school. GPD's Traffic Safety Unit will cover as many school zones as possible throughout the city of Greensboro using marked and unmarked police vehicles. Officers will look for the traffic violations involving speeding in school zones, seatbelt usage, and crosswalk violations. Officers will also be following school bus routes to detect motorists who fail to stop for school buses displaying red lights and stop arms. In addition, officers will be observing the driving habits of students to ensure they are not at risk. Electronic message boards will be deployed throughout school zones reminding drivers school is open. Motorists are encouraged to leave earlier for their morning and afternoon commutes while taking note of school zones along the way. Motorists should also expect to see an increased presence of officers near Greensboro school zones throughout the school year. After conducting an extensive search process, City of Greensboro employee Marlene Druga is promoted to Director of the Financial and Administrative Services Department. She officially assumes the leadership role on Wednesday, September 1st. Druga, who has been with the city since June 1994, has served in progressively more responsible roles within the Financial and Administrative Services Department. Marlene previously served as Financial Reporting Manager and Deputy Finance Director. She was tapped as Interim Department Director in February 2021. Assistant City Manager Larry Davis said, "Our finance department has been the pillar of stability for decades, and we're thrilled to have Marlene move into the director position. Marlene has been integral to the department's success. She provides continuity and excellent leadership as we move forward." Druga has a Bachelor of Arts from Case Western Reserve University and a Master's in Business Administration from Gonzaga University. She replaces former Director Rick Lusk, who retired from the city after 35 years of service. The city developed a partnership with Cone Health to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
The coronavirus pandemic has presented us with a unique and challenging situation. It can create a great deal of anxiety and stress. Anxiety and stress to a limited degree can actually be very helpful. However, taken to a significant degree, stress can create problems for us both physically as well as emotionally. So when trying to manage your stress, there are a number of strategies you can utilize. It is important to really not focus solely on those things we cannot control. In fact, what you should do is have some discussions and think about and even list those things we do have control of. Make it something that you can do together as a family. And it's simple as what you're deciding to watch on television, the things that you do during the day, what you're having for dinner. And those may seem like small things that we all don't even think about during the day, but when you're in a time like this, when so much of life feels out of control, those things can feel very comforting. Do not overload on information. It is, in fact, important to understand the facts and keep up to date on to what is going on. However, you don't want to overload by watching television 24/7, staying with the newspaper, all day long. You need to take a break from that information. Think about the things in your life that you've used in the past that have helped you stay calm. Listening to music or playing a musical instrument or reading, talking with family members. These are all the same kinds of things that will help you during this challenging time. Think about creating new routines, whether it's games or watching certain television shows. Try some creative, artistic kinds of things that would be fun and unique. Try to incorporate your children into helping you come up with suggestions of things that would be fun to do. It's really important to understand that, again, stress and anxiety is normal. Do not try to just push it away or pretend it doesn't exist. If we try to deny it and push it down, it sometimes can create really cumbersome feelings, and it becomes more difficult to hold it back than it is just to let it out. It's okay to talk about it, it's okay to acknowledge it, and that, in fact, will help you work through it. Look at each day as a unique day. We take it one day at a time. Be very present in that day and make it the best possible day it can be. And tomorrow, creativity takes over and you make an entirely new day. But day by day, you will get through this, and that's the best way you can manage some of the stress and the anxiety that comes along with this.
The city is allocating funds to remove downed trees left over from the 2018 tornado, and people caught dumping trash illegally will be issued a hefty fine. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The aftermath of the extensive damage caused by the 2018 tornado that hit the city's east side haunts many residents who are reminded daily of the destruction to their neighborhood. There are still areas of Greensboro where properties are riddled by downed and dead trees, resulting in blight, overgrowth, and habitats for vermin. In response, the City of Greensboro is using state disaster recovery funds to provide professional removal and cleanup of tornado-damaged trees on residential property and city-owned property. No funds will be given directly to property owners. The application deadline is Sunday, October 31st. The program will continue as long as disaster recovery funds are available. Program application, eligibility, and next steps are outlined on the city's website. Applications must be completed and submitted to the city's Code Compliance Office, which is a division of the Neighborhood Development Department. The illegal dumping of various types of materials throughout Greensboro will no longer be unpunished. The Greensboro City Council passed an ordinance designed to crack down on the practice. Activity captured on cameras installed near known disposal sites on public property or private property by the owner's request will now be monitored by staff in the right-of-way division of the Field Operations Department. When an illegal disposal takes place, the video will be sent to the Code Compliance team. They will find the violators and issue a notice of violation. For the first occurrence, a civil penalty of $500 will be assessed to the violator or owner of the vehicle used to illegally dispose of items. A penalty of $1,000 will be assessed for each subsequent offense, regardless if different vehicles registered to the same owner are used in separate incidents. This new ordinance is expected to offset some of the cost associated with cleaning up the environmental and health hazards caused by illegal dumping. Materials most often dumped include bags of household trash, yard and construction waste, furniture, appliances, and tires. To read the complete ordinance, visit the city's website. The Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department is accepting applications for Youth Leadership Greensboro. This program is designed for high school sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Applications are available online, and the deadline to apply is Friday, September 24th. Participants will meet at the Barber Park Event Center from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on one Wednesday a month from October through March. Students are excused from classes so they can attend. Youth Leadership Greensboro is for exceptional students who want to make a difference in the community by becoming advocates and problem solvers. Former graduates design the curriculum. Students will explore issues such as diversity, politics, media, law and justice, the economy, and environment. The program costs $80 and scholarships are available. For more information about the program, contact Youth Development Director Britt Huggins at 336-373-7617. The Greensboro Fire Department honors the first responders who lost their lives on September 11th. The tradition continues in person this year. Coming up after the break, hear from the coordinator of an event designed to bring the community together. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Greensboro firefighters vow to never forget the tragic events that unfolded 20 years ago on September 11th when America fell victim to terrorists in New York City, Pennsylvania, and the Pentagon. They honor their fallen comrades in a unique way. Joining me now to promote the annual Stair climb is Brett Combs. He is the Assistant Chief of the Training Division for the Greensboro Fire Department. Hello, Brett. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me. Tell us the history of the Stair climb and how has the event evolved over the years?
Well, we started a committee in 2010 to commemorate the 10-year anniversary, or remembrance of the Stair climb in 9/11. So in 2011, we did some events at Station 1 where we have a memorial set up. We got to discussing, there were like Denver, Colorado, they've been doing stair climb, I believe, since after 9/11. So we try to use some different ideas to remember our fallen firefighters and police officers and EMS. And we thought it'd be a great idea to do a stair climb. So we started looking around for buildings. We do not have a 73-story building in Greensboro. So we did look around and came up with Bellemeade parking deck. It's nice because it is outside. And we were hoping for a lot of people. The Bellemeade parking deck's 8 stories, so they would climb up the stairs on the Elm Street side, go 8 flights. They'll walk across the parking deck, go down. So they'll basically do that 9 times. So we'll have live music there. Of course, T-shirts and coins will be for sale that we'll donate that money to different charities. And we'll have free water and again, this is in line with the Folk Festival this year, which we're very excited about. So we'll be out there starting at 7, and then hopefully after people do the stair climb, they can slide on over to the Folk Festival and make a day of it.
Okay, they'll need a little respite after 9 times, so that's equivalent to the 72 flights in New York City. So you said it starts at 7 a.m. What day is this taking place, and where do participants register?
So it's happening on September 11th.
Okay.
So that was big, and then the Folk Festival, going in with them and doing this together allowed us to do that. We used to have to do it the week before, so this year we're actually doing it on September 11th.
Wonderful.
Amy Grossman with the Folk Festival has been very helpful with that. As far as registration, there is no fee, so if you just show up at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, we're going to meet at Center City Park, right across the street. They can park for free at the Bellemeade parking deck, so they can park there, walk across the street. Elm Street will be blocked, so it'll be free, just walk across. We'll have a little ceremony there starting about 8:30, 8:45. Mayor Vaughn's going to speak, our city manager Chris Wilson, our fire chief Jim Robinson, Greensboro Police Deputy Chief Mike Terry will be speaking as well. We also have a representative from Metro 911 and EMS that will speak.
Wonderful. And it's really nice that you get to do this on September 11th, being that this is the 20th anniversary.
Yes.
So I'm glad that worked out. There's no registration fee, but people love t-shirts. Will there be an event t-shirt this year?
There is. We used to sell the t-shirts through the fire stations. So this year we're trying something different. We're using the QR codes. So if anybody wanted to go to Facebook or Instagram and just type in Greensboro 2021 Stair Climb, there'll be a link to our webpage, and there'll be QR codes there that they can buy t-shirts, they can buy challenge coins, or they can even make a donation through that QR code.
Okay.
And if they do order, then they can come out Saturday morning and we'll have the t-shirt there for them to pick up.
And how much are the shirts?
$10 for shirts and $10 for challenge coins.
Wonderful. Now you mentioned various representatives from the city will be speaking. Are there any other events or any other activities that are part of the event?
Not really, because that will be so quick that morning, getting everybody signed up. We'll have the speaking part. Once that's complete, we will play taps. Cynthia Parks with Southern Guilford will play taps for us, and she does a great job of getting students lined up to volunteer.
Okay.
Big help. So we'll do that. We'll play taps. Bell Canto, the choral group's going to be there to do our national anthem. So we're excited about that. And then VIP for VIP, which is a program that goes to high schools and talks about drinking and driving and texting and driving. They're going to be there with music to play while people climb. And we'll have free water. And hopefully, we're hoping to finish around 11:30.
Okay.
And then people can just ease on over to the folk festival after that.
And to emphasize, this is not a race. You're not
Right.
stair climbing for first place or some cross the finish line, and you could stop at any time.
Yes.
Okay, because you might have lost people there at
Yes,
the beginning when
yes.
you said you're going to go up these
Now, there's
flights.
some people that come out. I'm amazed. A lot of the gyms and the CrossFit community will
Yes,
come out,
yes.
and
That's their workout.
That's their workout.
Absolutely.
Although people slow, like myself,
Yes,
climbing the stairs,
yes.
there tends to be a line. So there is a little bit of waiting. If you go up and then come back down, you'll probably have to wait in line again to go back up. So
Okay.
it does take a little bit of time to do that. So you do get a break
Yes,
during that.
perfect.
Yeah.
Now, you did mention it's outdoors. Is there any CDC guideline requirements or anything you're requiring folks to stay distanced, wear a mask?
As of right now, social distancing. If you feel comfortable with that mask on, please wear it. We haven't had any direction yet, since it is outside, to keep the mask on all the time, because I know it does get hard to breathe with climbing the stairs. But as of right now, just social distancing.
Okay. Well, I think we've covered all of the pertinent details. So September 11th, register at 7. Lots of city officials will be on hand to speak, great entertainment from our local schools and just throughout the community. T-shirts, challenge coins, and it's not a race to the finish line.
It's not a race.
And then you can go and enjoy the folk festival immediately after. Well, Chief Combs, this is great. Thank you for coordinating the 2021 Stair Climb. I know that takes a lot of work and effort, and you've brought the community together to make this most memorable. I have no doubt it will be well attended.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. In response to the growing cases of the COVID-19 Delta variant and to prevent its possible spread, all meetings of the Greensboro City Council will be conducted virtually. Until further notice, meetings will be conducted via Zoom. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. When in person, the City Council meets on level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Guilford County Commissioners voted to reinstate its mandatory indoor mask policy for all persons throughout Guilford County, regardless of vaccination status. Pursuant to the Guilford County Board of Health rule, individuals must wear face coverings when indoors in all public places. Failure to comply could result in civil penalties. The Board of Health will hold a virtual special meeting on this rule at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 26th. County residents and business owners are encouraged to follow all directives and recommendations set forth by the Guilford County Board of Health, the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, and the Guilford County Department of Public Health. Guilford County Board of Commissioners Chair Skip Alston said this Board of Health rule is necessary to safeguard our residents, visitors, local businesses, and public health partners. Regardless of your vaccination status, wearing a mask helps prevent the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, and we know it saves lives. The special meeting agenda is available on Guilford County's website. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, meet the people who boomeranged back to Greensboro.
My name is Dominic Amendum, and I'm a professor at UNCG. We moved to Greensboro because it was just the right time for our family to leave New York City, and it felt like the city was starting to beat us down, and we wanted to go somewhere where the quality of life could be better for our family. We love to take our kids to all the playgrounds and parks around Greensboro. We go to LeBauer Park downtown. We have a small playground right here in Sunset Hills, so we're constantly out and about and enjoying the good weather that North Carolina has to offer. One thing that makes Sunset Hills so amazing and exciting is our holiday tradition of lighted Christmas balls. Every old oak tree in our neighborhood is filled with these lighted Christmas ornaments, and this tradition is used as a fundraiser for local food banks.
I'm Swati Argade, and I'm a fashion designer and educator. We love Sunset Hills so much. It's a great community, a lot of like-minded people. Every day we're out walking around with our family and our dog, meeting our neighbors and enjoying the historic neighborhood that it is. One of the best things about being in Greensboro versus being in Brooklyn is that our 10-year-old daughter can just jump on her bike and spend hours outside, something that we weren't able to experience when we lived in the city. There are definitely some restaurants that we love to eat at. Bandito Bodega is one of our favorites. We're going to Undercurrents on Friday. But my favorite place to eat in town is at my mom's house.
Sunset Hills is the best neighborhood we could have moved to. The community here is amazing. We know all of our neighbors. It's just the most incredible community vibe that I could have ever imagined.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Two of the most legendary rock and roll bands, Stone Temple Pilots and Bush, are teaming up for a co-headline tour. Lucky fans can score a limited number of $20 tickets. The 11-city tour will make a stop at White Oak Amphitheater at the Greensboro Coliseum Complex on Tuesday, October 12th. The multi-platinum bands will create an unforgettable night of music, with each group taking to the stage in a different order of the revolving headline tour. Fans can expect a full set of music from both bands, playing some of the most iconic alternative rock hits in radio history. Tickets are on sale to the general public at livenation.com and ticketmaster.com. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the Second Harvest Food Bank. The agency hosted a food distribution event in East Greensboro. Volunteers were on site for a few hours at the Renaissance Shops on Phillips Avenue. Dozens of families were able to take away fresh food and produce free of charge. For more information about future food giveaways, visit the Second Harvest Facebook events page. As the Delta variant continues to spread, please remember to wear your mask, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands often. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM and 100.7 FM. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro, and now GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.